that you don't see a lot of people, and it only make you feel good. If I need a bunch of people to validate my ministry, then I don't need to be in ministry. Amen. If I need 100 people to prove who I am and to say, we got 100 folk in the church and they proving who I am, and because I got 100 people, that means I'm somebody, then you know what? That ain't making full proof of your ministry. Full proof of your ministry when the church is empty and you still preaching. Amen. Full proof of when folk ain't giving, you still come out here and find a way to get it done. Amen. And let me say this, to every ministry, 3 years is the average. 3 years is the grace period that God gives everybody. God's number. I think 3 years, God give you enough time so you won't run real quick. He give you this grace that you'll see you growing. And after around about the 3rd year, things go south. Because if you do it in year 1, you'll quit. There'll be no preachers. God got to give you a good 3-year run. First 3 years, you're going to have folk coming. You feel like you're going your way. Man, I ain't lying. When I was down Edgewood, we had a lot of folk. People were coming on TV. You know, house, beautiful wife. I had everything I need. Got the setup. Got a little spot. God told me we're going to get a big building. And I had all that. Ain't no hell gonna break loose. Ain't no I was going down like James Brown. Ain't nobody put a cover over me. But I had to make full proof. Let me say this. I know, and let me say this. Everybody back then would call me Terry. Terry. Now everybody call me Pastor. Why? Because I got shot. I got wounds. And you can say, he's still preaching. He went through all. I don't want to follow a general who ain't got no scar. I don't want to go follow no general who ain't been through no war. Tell me how it feels when a hot one come right in your shoulder. Tell me how it feels when you got stabbed. Tell me how I feel in the heat of battle. How would you going to feel? The emotion you feel. Don't tell me, I just came from military school, graduated with honors, and I'm the first one to cut and run when they see blood. Give me a general that has some blood on him. Saw some bodies hit the floor. Give me something to say, hey, you know what? I've been through this, but I survived. I made it. I proved that I'm still going to stand no matter what. Even though I've been through sickness, I've been through certain things. You know, some people have been through a war in their marriage and still married. Their children, they survived. They proved that who they said they was going to be. Nowadays, folk don't want to prove nothing. You got to make full proof of it. And let me say something to you. Lack will cause you to be corrupt. Lack will cause you to be corrupt and dishonest. When you're trying to prove, sometimes people get hooked into the okie doke. When a business start being shortcutting and scamming, they ain't making full proof of their ministry or their company. When a preacher stop preaching the gospel and give you, he said, in the 3rd verse, he said, they will heap teachers to themselves, having itching ears. They don't want to hear the truth no more. The reason why real churches not packed out because people don't want to be a part of accountability. They want to hear this feel good, watered down, Jesus is love, grace, 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 the grace, 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 grace. They never quote the whole scripture or go to the other verse. And when sin abound, grace much more abound. We hear that all the time. But it also says, if you keep going, it said, but God is not mocked. So whatsoever man soweth, that he shall reapeth. Well, we don't hear that. Jesus said, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If you are a gunslinger, you're going to die by slinging a gun. If you're a liar, you're going to die by lying. And death don't mean physical death. Death means death of your marriage, your ministry, your company. Anything that stops to exist is death. If you live by it, you're going to die by it. And that's part of grace. And people don't quote that. People believe once saved, always saved. We are sealed. Yes, yes, Jesus sealed us, but we can break the seal. Because if it was a choice to, see, people don't understand. It's still built on choice. God ain't going to seal you. You can make the choice to come to Jesus, and you can make the choice to stop being with Jesus. That same choice, just because you make the choice to come in the door at first, that don't mean you can't get out. Freely come, freely go. He said, whosoever, it's your will to love him, it's your will to leave him. It's your will to marry a person, and it's your will to walk out. You made the choice to be with it. If she crazy, if he crazy, it was your will to, and they tell you, don't do it. Your will say, I'm going to do it anyway. And God got the same will. He said, I'm married to the backslider. Now, only thing different, he'll
for upcoming events, announcements, information, and donation. Visit us at www.gpwm.org. Find us on Facebook.
gpw.org.
Faith, fellowship, funding, transforming the community, a community outreach. If you're ever in the Baltimore and Arundel County area, please visit us at the Storehouse, 7409A, Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Also, you can reach us on the web at www.gpwm.org. Thanks again for watching.
A place